All right, so this is the air fryer that we're using, brand new. This is gonna be our second cook on it. We got it all set up here. We got our board that we're gonna finish up on. And now let's look at what some of the ingredients that we are going to need. Babe bought a lot of fish. Apparently she thought that I was eating for like 12 people. All right, so this is the skin taken off, bones taken out, cod. I cut it up into, they're really big pieces. I cut it up into that. That piece might need to be cut down a little bit because that's really big, but use a little bit of cooking oil, garlic powder. I'm gonna put a little cayenne in for a little bit of heat. Obviously the flour, we're gonna do the vinegar and we're gonna make a tartar or something like that in a minute. I gotta think about that. But salt and pepper, obviously a beer, big mixing bowl, and then we're gonna put all this together and we're gonna cross our fingers and hope it works out. Babe, if it works out, then great. If it doesn't work out, I'm blaming you. Love you. I suppose you could not use cod and you could use tilapia, but I have a major problem eating tilapia. I feel like tilapia is kind of like the bottom feeder and they like eat poop and stuff. I don't know, I have a thing about eating tilapia, so we're doing cod. In with some beer. I mean, it's supposed to be like a can of beer, they say, I think, or like a bottle of beer, but this is like a big bottle of beer. Yeah, we'll save some so I can have a little sip, even though I'm not really in the beer game anymore. Now comes the flour. You're supposed to like have a flour sifter, I assume, but I don't have one of those. So we're gonna do 1.5 cups of flour. I mean, this is kind of just a rough estimate. 1.5 cups of flour. So we're excited about the air fryer. I mean, this isn't really a healthy recipe, but we're excited about all the different things you can make on the air fryer. And looking around, there's not a terrible amount of cell phones going off. There's not a terrible amount of air fryer fish stick recipes. I think it's because a lot of people, like even on Reddit and stuff like that, there's a big argument going on about why would you air fry instead of just using regular oil. So, I don't know, something different, a little bit healthier. It's supposed to be pretty salt heavy apparently, so I'm gonna do, a lot of people say a cup of salt, but I'm going with 3/4 cup of salt. All right, so when you only have fresh pepper grinders and you need 1/4 cup of pepper, that's like, my wrist is hurting. So we'll just get a grind in here. Well, that's not a 1/4 cup, but garlic powder in. So the plan is to take those pieces of fish, put them in that batter, pat it dry with that flour, put it in that air fryer, and put it in your mouth. Boy, if this works out, this is gonna be fantastic. So this, flour it a little bit. And we'll just set this down right like so. And we'll work on our next piece. All right, again, total experiment. So let's try cook temp. We want to get it hot. How about 390 for 15? Start. All right, some mayonnaise, 3/4 cup. The aftermath of the air fryer. And clean up. We're just waiting for the French fries. We had to flip those over to the convection oven. And then I'm gonna tell you the ups and downs of this recipe, people. Don't worry, it's not pretty. This is one of, oh boy, yeah. So you can see how the fish kind of came out. The fish is moist and flaky, that's for sure. It's just, I don't know, the oil must really do something. That's how my homemade tartar sauce turned out. Of course, you know, you need this. Need the malt vinegar. So let's get the French fries out and have a little taste test. All right, there we go. Epic fail. Fries aren't even crispy. No boy, let's have a taste test. Epic fail meal. But that was salty. I think my blood pressure just went up 20 points. If I didn't screw up the salt, this might have been doable. Even though it doesn't have the texture of when it's fried in oil.
Good flavor. It is just
good flavor.
On the salty side.
Very salty. very moist. The fish is moist. It flakes off like fish and chips is supposed to. I don't know. I chalk this up to a epic fail.
Epic would be if something caught on fire and the fire department was called out.
That's true. The fire department didn't have to come. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, people. Thanks for watching. Epic fail. Epic fail. We'll learn the air fryer and we'll do something better later. All right. See ya. Backhand.